Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you guys are doing well this week. Today, I have a really cute kind of like matching set to share with you of a Christmas card with matching gift tags and a matching like treat box. So I can't wait to share that with you today, featuring the Christmas labels bundle. So we're gonna have a great time. My name is Lori from Loritamarie Crafts, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Calgary, Alberta. And I come here live to share tips, techniques, ideas, inspiration with you to help you take your paper crafting supplies and turn them into beautiful projects that you can share with others. So I hope you guys are having a great week. It's been a busy one here, lots of fun. I had like the worst sleep last night. So I hope that you'll just hang in there with me today, and I hope that all my words make sense and that my sentences come out right. It was so windy here last night in Calgary. We have these things called Chinooks that blow in this warm air. And so it's crazy warm today, which is lovely. But it was so windy last night. I think they said it was gusting up to like 70 kilometers an hour or something. So it kept me up all night. But other than that, we have lots of crafting fun to talk about. So that always perks up my day a bit. So this week, just so you know, if you didn't know, that there is a whole new crop of online exclusives that just came out. And so you can just go on to stampinup.ca and like there's a huge banner that says online exclusives. And you can check them out. So what's cool about these is it's going to take you kind of through the next occasion. So you can kind of think ahead or have a little fun for what's coming up next in your calendar year. But goes from Valentine's to these cute little like otters that would make fun kids cards and projects and stuff. There's like weddings and birthday cakes and this cute like umbrella one. I don't know, there's all sorts of fun things. So go ahead and check out those online exclusives. I'm sure you'll find something that you love. The one that I loved was the Happy Hibiscus bundle. And so these were the cards that we made last week. So if you missed last week's video, you can always go back and check that out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then you'll always be notified when I'm going live, in case, life is busy. We forget what's going on sometimes. The other thing that's new is there's 2 new kits in Stampin' Up's kit collection. Just remember that there's always 2 new kits every month. And I'm really excited this one. There is like, I forget the name of it, sorry, but it's like a watercolor coloring kit. So you get these really fun, already drawn designs, and then you get to color them in. So it comes with watercolor pencils. So you can go full on watercolor and test all your skills or just practice or have fun. There's 2 of every design. Or I actually I'm still one of those people who has like one of those adult coloring books. I love them. So when I want to like check out without being on my phone, I make myself pull out my coloring book and color. So I know I'm going to get this kit so that I can just sit with these fun images and I can turn them into cards. So that's kind of cool. The other stuff that's going on is my own events. So right now, registration is open for my Make It Merry mini retreat. And I love this event that I have every November because it's a way for me to create some really fun projects that aren't just cards. So step out of the box, play around with some different products and stuff. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to make 4 projects. I'll show you them here in a second. And you get, I'm just calling it a goodie bag, but it's basically everything you need to make these projects. So it comes with cardstock and DSP. You're going to get some of that new 2-tone cardstock, ribbon and embellishments, and I make cute favors, and we have a great time. If you can't make it in person, I can put it in a box to go, and you can order the retreat in a box. So that's fun too. So lots of options. Check out classes on my website. I'll try to make it a whole blog post too so you can find it. But we're going to make, so the star punch is kind of my inspiration. So we're going to make a cute little star favor box. And so that's fun that you could turn into a favor or a little hanging ornament or something like that with some matching gift tags. And you can see the bundle that I'm using on this, we're going to use today too, because I'm in love with it right now. We're going to make this little hot chocolate thing. And then we're going to have fun with that star punch and make this little wreath with a card. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So don't forget to sign up. Next Thursday is the deadline. So today, I fell in love with this bundle, Christmas labels. So that's what we're going to create with today. So let me just move these out of the way and we'll point the camera down and then we'll get started on the crafting. Love to hear how you guys are doing. There we go. I was like, which button am I looking for? You're having a good week so far. Is it warm or chilly? What's going on? Okay. Have you seen the Christmas labels bundle? I should have pulled it out in the catalog. it's like in the bundle section where it just features bundles. And it's kind of one of those ones that maybe gets a bit lost, depending if you've seen it, how like good you are at going through your catalog or whatever. But this is the stamp set. Okay, let's show you that first. So you get, look at these fun sentiments with the fun fonts. They have the cutest fonts. So cute. And then you get 4 dies that go with them, with such interesting and really cool shapes. So I am going to go ahead and show you all of these on paper and stamp some to show you how they stamp, because they're a little bit different. And then we'll get to our project. So this large one here looks like that. Then we've got this kind of more rectangular one. You can see the fun cutout details on them. And then there is this one here. Zoom in there. And then this is my favorite. Oh, cute. And it's got the sections. So why I thought maybe I'll just show you quickly. Let's start with this one, okay? So there are 3 sentiments that fit perfectly in there. So they've got the sentiment kind of separated out. And so you've got, it's a hot cocoa day, Merry Christmas to you. And I'm going to stamp, and I have to find it. Here we go. It's this one up top. Celebrate the holidays in all the ways. Kind of rhymey. And yeah, I initially wasn't going to do this, but I thought maybe you want to see like how they stamp, because I'm going to emboss our projects today. Let's just think that up a bit better. So this way you can kind of see what it looks like. So you can see you're going to fit that in to the shapes. And with the photopolymer, obviously you can see right through and get that lined up. And then each one fits in their own little space. And that font, oh, so cute. It's like a little like nostalgic, vintagey kind of, right? Like it's got a fun look to it. And now I've stamped in red, so this is all nice and red. That's okay. So there's the 3 that fit, that are kind of meant to fit perfectly on that one. Then the next one I'm going to grab is Hope Your Season is Full of Magic. And that's meant to fit on this one. And so you've got these 3 here, Love and Joy, Winter Wishes. So let's ink up this one. And it's kind of on an angle. I think I went too far, but it's forgiving. So there's that one. Then we have got, oh, I didn't do a very good job. Clean that up. All right. Okay, so then the next ones are Peace on Earth, Warm and Cozy, Sweet as Sugar Plum Candy. So let's do Warm and Cozy. I'm just trying to do different ones than I did on our projects today, just to show you a variety. So they're going to make cute tags. I think this one's meant for this one. Warm and Cozy. And let's put Believe in this last one, which would look good on a little gift tag or something, right? Let's link that one up. Okay, so there's a variety of fonts that kind of all mix and match together. So cute. And yeah, my goal today is to help you fall in love with this because it's so much fun. So I used it to create, like I said, with my for my mini retreat, my little Make It Merry mini retreat. And then I thought, I'm going to keep going. And so it's the whole theme for this week. So we'll save those for something else. So the first thing we're going to make is the tags. So we're going to have 2 different tags today. And I didn't want them to be too fussy. I mean, what I wanted to show today is that it's more like a color scheme was my inspiration. So you start with kind of fun colors in mind. And so this week I'm going with my most favorite color combo for Christmas cards. And then next week I'll probably go a little more maybe elegant, or I don't know what the word is. We're going to see how it turns out next week. But I'm going to do the same kind of idea next week with but different inspiration. So my inspiration this week was these kind of colors. So I love like red, green, pool party, petal pink. That's kind of my favorite. When there's candy canes, this plaid, so cute. So this paper is the Snowy Scenes DSP. You can see I bought a couple packages, so I have a lot of it. So that was kind of my inspiration for today. Plus, in the Take a Bow DSP, there's this fun kind of candy cane stripe one. So that's the DSP. And then I wanted to make a tag. So you could grab any tag shape that you have. This one is from the Merriest Trees Dies. So that was a returning favorite from last year. And so it's a great tag shape. So I went ahead and cut out, just because we got lots of projects today, went ahead and cut them out. So I cut out one in the DSP with the cute candy canes. And then I cut one out in real red because I don't necessarily want this background. Doesn't really go with my theme, right? So I'm going to put these together. So I think I'm actually going to use glue. So we'll just put those two together. And then we're going to layer up with the Christmas labels dies, like a really fun combination here. So we'll just get a little glue on that. And then when you do this, you've got the stitching make sure the stitching is going the right way. And then, of course, glue is forgiving where you can kind of slide it into place to get it to match up just so that it doesn't even look like you paired two things together. So it kind of has like a real professional, like finished look. So that's kind of what I like about that as well. Okay, so then we'll do the sentiment. So I cut this out. I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to cut out everything for you. It just saves us some time as we go along. So here's what it looks like, cut out in real red. And then I thought it would be fun to layer it up with my sentiments in black. So I'm going to heat emboss all my sentiments in black. We're going to do the first one together, and then I've got the other ones kind of all done already. And I'm going to do the love and joy sentiment. That's going to fit just perfectly in that. And then we're going to trim off the top and put those together. So we are going to, just looking for my embossing buddy. So when you're doing black, you can kind of, if you like, that little chalkboard kind of effect. So you can kind of tap the powder out from your embossing buddy. And your embossing buddy normally just helps repel extra powder from where you don't want it. But it also can help on black to give you that fun chalkboard look. And we're going to stamp it in Versamark. And remember, it's kind of angled. Okay, and then I've got my white powder out in my little embossing additions kit. And just kind of pour it over. Tap it off. And then sometimes I just lightly tap with the back of my paintbrush to get any extras that I don't want. Comes with tweezers too. And we're going to heat set this. And then you can see how I love the vibrant look, right, of that white on black. So let's quickly use the heat tool there for this. And it'll just take a second. I know, this is a bundle that you guys have used or seen before on your wish list. Didn't even notice it. Okay. Sorry, that's always noisy. But doesn't that look great? Looks so good. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're just going to trim off. These pieces are extra anyway, right? So not extra, but like it's already separated. All you have to do is like slightly trim off the ends. And it's you can save those for something else. But then you've got an easy way to layer things up. So we're going to put this one on first. And I'm just going to use some seal to put that on. And it's just slightly wider. It's actually like was meant to be with this tag die because it fits perfect. We're going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back. And when I use black, we've got black dimensionals, which are fun. So then they're a little less noticeable on your project. And then it just pops, right? With the red in the back. So cute. I want to make like a ton of these. These might be my tags this year. And then I finally found a way to use my pool party pom-pom ribbon. Look at this. It's so cute, right? So you got the pom-poms on there. So sometimes I find this kind of chunkier ribbon hard to use on a card, depending on like how you use it, but it's great on tags. So we're going to just snip off kind of what we need. And then we'll just feed it through and then tie it together with that real red and white twine. So this is another one of my favorite Christmas staples at the moment. Baker's twine. So obviously it looks great with this color combo. And then I'll just tie a knot and a bow. And then we have our first tag. So you can also, so I saw in the catalog, I was like, how did they do that? But they colored this ribbon. So I did a sample. I'm going to show you here. You can use your Stampin' Blends. And you can color this pom-pom ribbon too if you want it like a green or something, a little different color. Obviously not every color would look good, but. So there's our first tag. So cute. And if you wanted to do green instead, look at this. I colored it with Shaded Spruce. You can't even tell that I colored it. It looks like it came that way. And so you picture with green and then it's a little more vibrant, right? So that's fun. So that is our first little tag. And then our second tag, I wanted to go with a completely different shape. So I wanted to go with the circle, right? So we're going to use this die. Any circle die will do. This is the one from Spotlight on Nature dies. And what we're going to do is I feel like I was supposed to write down the measurements for this and I forgot. So one sec here. I think I need a piece that's about 3 inches wide. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to pull this out. We're going to make a tag that opens. So I've got Pool Party here. And what I want to do is fold this in half. So let's see. Is that going to be enough? I think that should be good. So I've kind of got it 2.5. I'm just going to double check. That should be about right. So that's about 2.5. And then we're just going to get our bone folder and just make that a bit crisper. And I've got to, sorry, you know how it piles up quickly. Let's move all this out of the way. You need a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to cut out this tag. Okay. Okay, make sure you guys can see that. So what you want to do is just leave a little bit hanging off the top there. And if you leave that off, then it's going to leave that fold in place. So, and it will cut through the 2 sheets of cardstock. Okay, pull that off. And then, so cute, we've got like a little tag. So how we kind of make this look a bit better is that you're going to cut out another circle with whatever pattern that you want. So I chose this kind of fun candy cane pattern and I already went ahead and cut that out. So that's from that circle. And then we're going to put it on here and match it up. And then it's going to still open nicely. And then we have a spot to add like a string or something like that. So I think we're going to use our glue again. And we'll just put the glue on the Pool Party and then it's not going to go above where I want it. But you are going to have, with the candy canes, I want them on the diagonal. So you are going to have to make sure that you've got that lined up right. It'll just take a second for that to dry. And already so cute. So let's add a sentiment to it. And just like one little detail. So this time I wanted to use this kind of scripty die, and I stamped the Be Merry on it. So I've already gone ahead and done that. So that's going to be on there. But then I felt like that was a little too plain. So I love these little bells from the reindeer fun dies. So I cut them out in gold. And I'm going to use a little glue dot and put it below where the top of the bell is. Then I'm going to line these up, and then we're going to tie some twine in there. So you could fake it and tie a bow and stick it on top. So I've done that. Or you can take the time to kind of be a little fussy, and we can thread it. There we go. We can thread it through the holes of the bells. So that just depends on you and if you feel like doing that or not. Now I've got glue stuck to my fingers, so things are sticking to me today. Okay, so we'll go ahead. And I always just tie a knot so it doesn't come undone on me. And yeah, it's always like harder on camera, just so you know. When you're doing it on your own, it comes together better. Okay, and I've got glue on my finger and the twine is sticking to me. So kind of like that. We'll trim off those ends in a second. So we'll just go ahead with a couple of those black dimensionals. And just make sure we've got the top marked. And I'm going to go a little higher than center. And then I'm going to use, there's also mini. So when you buy the black dimensionals, you get large ones and mini ones in the same package. Because they're obviously just going to last you a lot longer than. Oh, I didn't even need the black ones. I could have used white ones. But I just got the black ones on the brain. Okay, so we're going to trim off our bow. And then you can punch a hole in the top there and add your ribbon. Just to save time, I'm just going to show you my completed sample. And then you've still got somewhere to write your to and from. And that's kind of where this one too, right? When you create a solid back, I could stamp to and from or handwrite to and from on there so that you can use them as actual real gift tags, which is useful. Okay, so here's this one where I went ahead and just kind of tied that through, and then it looks really cute too. So those are the tags. So then I thought, well, I want a card to match with this as well. But I didn't want it to be too fussy. So, but it's going to be in the same color scheme here. And I just realized I think I forgot a step. So we'll have to emboss together here. I think I need to clean out my paper trimmer. All right, so Cool Party. Just a regular card base, 5.5 by 8.5, score it in half at 4 1/4. And then we're going to get, we're going to do some just simple layering here. So you've got your card base, and then some white, some real red, and some of that fun plaid paper. So this is 3 by 3. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So just slightly larger. So we can put those together. And I didn't want to add another color to this color combo, right? So this is why I did the white. But you can see how it looks like pretty plain, right? So the easiest way to make this more interesting is to emboss it. So bear with me one sec. We're going to bring our machine back up. Platform 1. And then whatever fun embossing folder you want to do. Okay, I didn't have that handy, sorry. So I'm going to use the plaid, Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. And then you line it up with the line, fold it up, put the hinge side in first, and platform 4 on top, or plate 4, or whatever we call them, and run that through. Okay, and then we've got our background. So instead of it just kind of being plain white, now that's adding a little fun texture to it. So we'll just add some adhesive on the back. So once you have like a color palette picked out for a group of projects, then sometimes that helps, right, create continuity and everything starts to come together fairly easily-ish. I was talking with my sister yesterday about sometimes when you're designing things, it comes easy, right? It feels great. You're like, this card is so cute. And then sometimes you have to really like, I think I'm going to center this. Sometimes you really got to eke it out. Like sometimes you got to work really hard for your project. So some things come easier than others. Okay, I'm trying to work this pom-pom trim into everything. So we're going to add, just so it kind of goes across like so. And I'm going to tie it with some of my favorite baker's twine because I'm just plopping this on everything. Do you know it's like $7 for 15 yards? It is a steal. You can use it for everything. And it's like, that's a lot. It's going to last you. So just like your next order, just go ahead and throw on some baker's twine and then stick it on all your Christmas projects. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just tie it at the end here. And I'm making myself do another bow on camera for you. So there we go. And tie that on. Okay, so then we'll just put some tear and tape across here. I just kind of usually put it at an angle so that I can get both ribbon tails through the same piece. And then we're going to put our sentiment over top. So I did the Merry Christmas to you. And we'll put our dimensionals on there. And then we still have one more project. So the last one is like a little treat bag. So we're going to stick around for that. Okay. Peel that off. And then center that. And then, of course, if you've got embellishments like those cute little peppermints, oh, I can't wait for them to come back in stock. I'm keeping an eye on that. Keeping a close eye on them so that I don't miss them. But those obviously would look super cute on this card. So there's our matching card. So we're building up our little set here. And lastly, we're going to do a cute little treat bag. So super simple. So you could make multiples of this. Like maybe you want to do it for your work friends and school people. I don't know, whatever, neighbors. It wouldn't take you a really long time to make them. So I've grabbed this paper here because I like both sides. So you're going to want a paper that looks good on both sides. And so this is from the Snowy Scenes DSP. We're going to cut it to 3.5 by 12. So I also want to keep the measurements really simple. And then we're going to score it, if I can fit here, we're going to score it at 1 inch, then 6 inches, and then 7 inches. Okay, and then while I've got my trimmer out, I want a little piece to fit in the bottom just to give it some stability. So this is 3.5 inches wide, so I'm going to just make it like a hair smaller than the 3.5 inches. And then the base will be 1 inch wide, and again, I just want to make it a hair smaller so that it fits in there. So a little bit smaller than 1 inch. And then that's the piece I need for the bottom. And then we're put this together and create a really cute tag to go with this as well. So we're going to fold this over, which is our flap. Then we'll get our other fold. And then another one. Okay, so this is basically the shape. That's it. So easy, right? Just because DSP is a bit thinner, that's why I thought, okay, I want to put this piece of cardstock in the bottom, and it's going to just give it some stability. So we'll put that in there. And then what I was picturing inside is like you get like a cute like cellophane bags, you know, the dollar store or something will have like lots of choices, right, for cellophane bags. I don't think Stampin' Up has any right now. And then you can tie that up, stick it inside. You can even put some tear and tape on the bottom so that it stays put. And then this is gonna stay, and then it does kind of stand on its own. And it stays fairly closed on its own so that you don't have to add anything like special to seal it. So let's make a cute tag, like a super cute tag. Okay, so we've gather out my pieces. So I've cut out a few things ahead of time. So we've got this red, real red from that the largest die from the Christmas label size. So we've got the largest one there. And then I wanted to layer it up with another color. So we're going to bring in our pool party because this paper doesn't have any pool party. It's got that green. So I want to bring that pool party back in. And this piece was just not as big as the die. That's why it's all cut off like that. So we're just going to layer this up like I did on that first one. So you just kind of trim off that excess piece. And because this is not like inside a card, you can go crazy on dimensionals. This is your chance. Go crazy. Put them all in there. I had a class last night at my house, and we had such a good time. But this morning, my husband's like, those things are everywhere. Dimensional backings. All, they're just everywhere. Sign of a good time, a good crafting time. And then I'm going to layer this up one more time. So the shape doesn't like match perfectly, but it's good enough. It's good enough. And then I can get those 3 shapes in there. So this says sweet as sugar plum candy because you definitely want to be putting some yummy Christmas treats in here. So like I said, it's not perfect, just ish. That's good enough. And then we're going to use more of this amazing PomPom trim. So again, I'm just folding in half. I didn't want anything to be crazy fussy. And we're going to kind of like loop it like that. So I'm even just kind of winging it. Let's see. Cut it about there. And I'll measure it for you. So it's like about 10 inches. And then we can use our tear and tape again. And I'll just do a couple small pieces kind of over a little bit on the flap. And put this over. Okay. Fold this in half, and then we're just going to see where we like it. So kind of like that. So I also want to add this fun twine, of course. Sorry. I was thinking about how long I wanted it. So I think like 10 to 12 inches. Most things with twine, when I'm cutting it out, it's about 10 to 12 inches. It doesn't really change too much. So I've got 2 pieces. I'm going to like loop it through to create like a little knot just to keep them together. And then I'll put it in a glue dot or a couple. And stick that in there. And then you've got like extra tassels. And then we want to put this on. So I think I'll put my dimensionals right on here so that I get them where I want them. And then I can set the tag into them. Sometimes that's easier. Right? Like that could have been a bit higher up maybe. Then we'll stick that in. And then we have our cute little bag. Or like case for a bag. It's not actually a bag. But it stays on its own. So it does stand up and it stays closed with the weight of the tag. So then when you give it to somebody, I mean, they could slide out their thing, but then they could obviously easily open it up too, depending what you put inside. All right, there is our cute little matching Christmas gift set here. So with our treat bag and our card and our matching tags. all with kind of the same color theme and using the fun Christmas labels bundle. So I hope you guys liked those and had a good time today. I'm just going to bring you guys back up here. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. You know, I really do appreciate you guys. It's been fun to have this like online Stampin' Up business, an in-person one, and getting to connect with everybody is always really enjoyable for me. So thank you so much. If you're taking the time to watch the replay, I definitely always appreciate that as well. And don't forget to check out what's going on in the Stampin' Up world and sign up for my Make It Merry mini retreat so I can ship it anywhere in Canada. You can come locally, or you can purchase a tutorial if you're international and then just learn how to make the projects on your own. So thanks so much. Take care, guys, and I'll be back with some more fun projects next week. Bye-bye.